Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech. What a week, huh? It was kind of wild. On one hand, you had the future of AI playing out like some high-stakes corporate thriller, and on the other, you had the actual tangible tech that's, really changing how we live our lives. It was this fascinating clash between the super abstract and the everyday, between the code that could reshape our world and the gadgets you can actually hold in your hands.
So today, we're going to break all of that down. We'll kick things off with the corporate battles in what I'm calling the AI gold rush. Then we'll look at the tools themselves, the good, the bad, and the, very buggy. We'll even ask if AI means the end of code as we know it. After that, we're getting physical with gadgets, gizmos, and gears. And to wrap it all up, we'll bring it all home to your tech, your life. Okay, let's just dive right in. First up, the AI gold rush. Seriously, the competition in AI has gone from a friendly race to just an all-out war. We're talking about lawsuits flying, companies poaching top talent for millions of dollars, and these massive political power plays. It's getting really, really intense.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The fight for the future of AI isn't just happening on servers or in some research lab anymore. No, it's being fought in courtrooms, in backroom deals, and even in the halls of government. The stakes have just never been higher. And you can see this conflict playing out everywhere. On one side, you've got xAI accusing a former engineer of just straight-up stealing secrets about its Grok model and taking them right over to OpenAI. Then, on the other side, you have Meta, whose really important partnership with the data labeling firm Scale AI is reportedly falling apart. Why? Because Meta's own researchers are complaining about the quality of the data, which is the absolute lifeblood for training these powerful AI models.
Meta's story in particular is just wild. It shows you how this battle is being fought on all these different fronts at the same time. I mean, even as they're struggling to keep top talent, one of the co-creators of ChatGPT almost quit within days of joining. The company is playing this global game of chess. They're launching a super PAC to influence AI rules in California, while at the same time partnering with giants like India's Reliance Industries to build out the AI infrastructure for an entire country.
So that's the corporate drama. But what about the AI tools themselves? This is where we see this huge gap between the dream of having a super intelligent assistant, like Iron Man's JRVS, and the reality of their very, very human-like flaws. And the progress here has been incredibly fast, but also incredibly rocky. Think about it. In 2023, AI agent was basically just a buzzword. By 2024, they were already being deployed, but they were mostly a mass of error messages. Now, tools like ChatGPT Agent are a huge step forward, for sure, but they're still kind of slow, buggy, and not always reliable enough for your day-to-day tasks.
So you might be asking, why are companies pouring billions into this flawed tech? Well, it's because of stunning successes like this one. The fintech company Klarna came out and said its AI assistant was doing the work of 700 full-time human agents. That one data point fueled the hype for months. It showed everyone the massive potential, even if we're not quite there yet.
But here's the dark side of that potential. Researchers found you can easily, and I mean easily, break an AI's safety rules with simple psychological tricks. Ask it to do something dangerous, and it complies maybe 1% of the time. But if you first ask an innocent related question to get it to commit to helping, its compliance shoots up to 100%. It's shockingly easy to manipulate these things.
And the consequences are very, very real. We've seen Meta's chatbots impersonating celebrities and having these super creepy conversations. We've seen bots generate inappropriate images of minors. And in one just truly tragic case, a chatbot gave a man a fake address, and he actually died after falling while rushing to meet the bot he thought was a real person. The point is, these aren't just funny little glitches. They have a serious, real-world impact.
Okay, this all leads to a huge, kind of existential question for the tech industry itself. If AI can get this powerful, and if it can already write its own code, well, what happens to the software engineers?
The answer might lie in this new idea called vibe coding. It's this concept that you don't need to be an expert coder anymore. You can just describe what you want in plain English, the vibe, and the AI will build it. It's making development accessible to everyone, but it's also making some of the experts very, very nervous. Just listen to David Heinemeier Hansen, and this is the guy who created the legendary Ruby on Rails framework. He says that when he relies too much on AI, he can literally feel confidence draining out of my fingers. That's a powerful fear, right? That the very tools that are meant to help us are actually making us less capable. And writer James Somers takes it even further. He talks about wanting to write a eulogy, not just for a job, but for the craft of coding itself. You know, that deep satisfaction you get from solving a really complex problem with your own mind, your own knowledge. What happens when that intellectual struggle just isn't necessary anymore?
This might just split the entire profession in two. You'll have the urban planners, the big picture architects, who will probably love AI because it handles all the tedious details for them. But then you have the miniaturists, the craftspeople who just love perfecting every single line of code. They might feel like the very soul of their work is being automated away.
All right, we've been deep in the abstract world of AI and code, so let's shift gears. How is all this intelligence starting to show up in the hardware we use every day? Let's talk about the tech you can actually touch, the stuff you might actually be buying this year.
Let's start with the highly anticipated AirPods Pro 3. It's been 3 years, so we're expecting a big leap. We're talking a fresh design with maybe a touch-sensitive case, way better audio and noise cancellation, a brand new H3 chip, and, get this, rumors are swirling about built-in health sensors for your heart rate and temperature. Now for something a bit more nostalgic and a whole lot more affordable. For just $99, Kodak is bringing back the simple joy of a point-and-shoot with the Pix Pro C1. In a world of these hyper-advanced smartphone cameras, this is a bet on a totally different trend. Tech that's just fun, simple, and has that retro vibe. It's not about perfect quality, it's about the experience, right down to that handy little flip-up screen for selfies. And over in the world of electric vehicles, Hyundai is really making waves. The new Kona Electric N-Line is an absolute efficiency monster. In real-world testing, it got a range of nearly 280 miles, which just blows past its official EPA estimate of 230. It's just more proof that practical, affordable EVs just keep getting better and better. So, from smart earbuds to hyper-efficient cars, we're seeing tech get more and more capable. But let's bring it all together and look at how these tools are really impacting our everyday lives. Because, you know, beyond all the specs and the headlines, these tools are changing how we travel, how we connect with each other, and how we keep our families safe. Take this incredible story. A man's luggage gets stolen from the airport, but because he had a tiny little Apple AirTag inside, he was able to track it in real time. He followed it to an abandoned building, called the police, and they found a thief literally wearing his stolen clothes. A simple, cheap little gadget completely solved the crime.
And for parents, some big changes are on the horizon in upcoming iOS updates. You'll soon be able to approve or block any new contacts trying to reach your kid. The phone will automatically blur potential nudity in apps like FaceTime, and the App Store is going to get a lot smarter about hiding age-inappropriate content. It's all about giving parents more fine-tuned control than ever before.
And that really brings us full circle. From the corporate espionage that's driving AI development to that feeling that maybe our own skills are fading, to the simple little gadgets that protect our property and our kids, it's all part of the same story. We are increasingly handing over our tasks and even our own thinking to machines. It's powerful, it's convenient, and it is happening faster than we can probably comprehend. But it leaves us with one massive, lingering question. As we continue to offload our own cognition to these incredibly powerful systems, what's left for us? What becomes the uniquely human contribution in a world where machines can think, create, and even protect? If you enjoyed the episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.